Well, can we fit her in the frame? Can we say big? All right. I finally have all the stuff put together for January's Kaboodle kit. Um, Lots of people last year wanted to do something again with Frida because we had done Frida really earlier last year before some people had discovered these kits that we do. So I figured that's a good way of bringing in the new year is by bringing you guys something that you asked for. So I didn't want to do a traditional journal because we had already done that with her. So I thought, well, along with the Mexican culture, the Santos dolls, the cage dolls, are very popular in their folk art. I won't go into all the history of the Santos dolls. You can look them up. They started off in Europe, in Spain, through the Catholic Church, and it has morphed over the centuries down till today that it is now a craft that is made with wood. Some are made of clay. There's even some that are made out of metals. But because we are paper people, ours is going to be made predominantly with paper. Now, because of my setup with my camera, it's really hard for me to like stand her up because she's kind of tall. She's about 14 inches tall. And if I stand her up, you won't be able to see any part of her at all. Um, Whoops, here is her back side. And inside, this section down here in the bottom is called the cage of the doll. So inside of the cage, I have put in a precarious position that now I'm finding difficult to get out. Here we go. Oh, it's because this is sticking. Never mind. The jewelry. The jewelry is sticking. That's what's happening. Watch the jewelry. Let's put her over here for a second. Um, we're going to make a little book that's going to go inside because what traditionally is done is inside of this cage as a protection, people will put in things that are special to them. And so because we are journal makers, I thought, wouldn't it be kind of cute if we put a little journal in there, but big enough and substantial enough that we could have fun and do stuff with it. So we're going to be making this, but you can put in, anything that you want to put in there. This is a altered mini composition book. So we'll be doing that together and have some pockets where we'll put some different tags in there, and then we'll decorate this all together at some point that we're doing the tutorials that we make together with these journals. So this is what we'll be making, this and this. And I think it'll be a lot of fun because even if you aren't into Frida, you can turn these into any kinds of dolls, right? Whatever theme you like. And I was thinking it'd be really cool if you made a seasonal one, like one for spring, one for summer. You know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying. I think it'd be pretty cool. Okay, so basically what we're going to be doing. And those of you that are new to my kits, what we do is during the following month, we dedicate Wednesdays and sometimes Thursdays to making whatever is that particular month. So we will be making the Santos dolls and the altered little book. So I'm going to show you what comes in the kit. And let me get this stuff out. So we're going to get this small piece, and it is small. And I remember all of this is small, what we're dealing with, except for the height. But the actual things to make it, everything's pretty small. So the way that this was on the fabric, I couldn't get pieces any bigger than that. So this is approximately 4 by 4.5. But you'll be getting one of these. That's what I had put on the cover of the composition book. And this obviously is fabric. And then you're going to get several pieces of, this is not sari silk, this is some kind of something. I have no idea, but it is a blend because it does feel silky, but it is not sari silk, even though it looks kind of cool and it looks like it is, but it's not. And I used that to put here in the book, but we can use it in a lot of different ways. This is also going to be included. I haven't put it on the doll yet because obviously I got behind. So I haven't used everything that's in the kit on this particular doll. So there's a lot of other things that we'll be able to play with this doll. Here is the composition book that we're going to alter. These are the pieces of wood that we are going to be using to create the cage, and I'm including enough to make two um two different cages this size, and then two cages about 2.5 inches shorter. So in reality you can make about 4 dolls with the amount that's provided for you to make the cages. Again, more stuff that I have intended to put on the doll, which I haven't had time to do it. I thought it would look cool to turn them maybe into some wings, or like a garland that would go around your head like a crown. Lots of different things we can do with those, and we have these 3 different colors that we can play with. I also thought that it would be like pretty cool if we had some kind of, you know, something that we could put maybe on the bodice if we wanted to like really bring it up another little level with some kind of fabric or something like this that is knitted or crocheted. Another thing is a lot of these have different kinds of metals on the bodice of these dolls, and so this is a little wider than the bodice to of the pattern to the doll, and this is easily cut just with scissors. And so maybe we can cut some of these pieces up and kind of sparkle up the doll itself on the bodice. Because remember, potentially we have like about 4 different dolls that we can be playing around with. You're going to get a piece of this metal. This is what I made her crown with. And so we're going to get a piece of that. If I can find some more, I'll put enough for 2 crowns. But for right now, there'll be enough for 1. I'm on the hunt for you guys. This is a small strip, but this is what I used on her arms. I just thought it looked kind of cool. It kind of, I don't know, it almost looked like tattoos, you know, made her look kind of funky looking. I thought it was cool. So there'll be this strip, which you have enough here to do probably all 4 of the dolls. Also, I'm including a little bit of this metal tape, and the metal tape is what I use to connect these together here. And I'll show you how I did that. So you'll get a piece of that. Like I'm saying, these are all kind of small things, but you know, everything we're doing is small. Now I'm including these 2 different napkins, depending on what you're going to want to put on the base. I put some jelly printed paper that I have done in the past, and these are on top of cardboard. So start collecting cardboard. The only thing you're not getting is cardboard for me because I didn't want to cut all the cardboard. You get the patterns for everything. So start collecting some cardboard. But wouldn't this look cool, this circle right here, if it was on the center there. I thought, ooh, that would look pretty cool. So I thought I need to include that. And then even though you're going to get some patterns for these wings here, this right here that I did was just a piece, literally, I just had a small piece of napkin and it just happened to have that butterfly. That's what I put on her bodice there. And I didn't have any more of that napkin, but I did have some of these, and it's got some of the blue and it's got, you know, lavender. They're kind of big, but you might be able to use that. And if not, I have other plans for that if you're not going to use it on the bodice, and we'll go over that during the tutorials. If you don't want to put the book inside of the cage, I thought it'd be super cool to hang some little birdies in there. I've seen them dangling sort of like a mobile, you know. And so here's two sizes of birds that we can hang inside of that cage if you decide not to put your little book that you're making. Here are some of the butterfly wings that we can use. And then here are a few printouts that we can put inside of the little book that we're making. And I have other plans for these that you'll have to just come and watch and see what we can do with those. This is going to be super fun. Can't tell you everything or then you won't have anything to look forward to. And then here is the pattern for the base, the bodice, and the body parts. Now on the one that I did, because I wanted to put things inside of the cage, I didn't make the legs, but I'm including the legs in case you want a different slant on yours. And then of course, these are the things that I cut out, like this one right here is what I cut out and glued on onto the pattern of the bodice right here. So we'll be cutting, you can cut out whichever one you want, and we'll be gluing that onto the bodice. So, oh, and those are some cards that we can put inside of here. Oh, I'm not done yet. See, I'm getting ahead of myself. And also, oops, some little things that were catching my book over there. You'll get 8 of these little brads to put together the arms. So you'll have enough for 2 of the dolls. And you might have some of your own, or there's other ways we can put them together. We'll go over that. And then, whoops, different sizes and different colors. You're going to get 2 little skulls to maybe make some kind of a dangle or something. And then some of these are silver milagros that are kind of cool. So those, you'll get at least 3. I'll count them all out, see how much I have. Maybe we'll get 4 in there for each, depending. And then this wing, thought that would look kind of cool on maybe the charm or even on the doll itself. And then just a couple of other pieces in case you want to make, you know, hang something through, have it hang, put it on top of the little birdies that we're going to hang. You know, whatever you decide to do, but it's something kind of cute. All right, so now I think that might be it. So, ladies, all you have to do now is go on the hunt for some cardboard and set that aside, and then everything else will be included in your kit so that you can have fun and make yourself one of these dolls. Woo-hoo, and alter one of these composition books, and it's going to be pretty cool. See, I put the little charms on her. That's what was catching in the center. And then another thing you can do with this, I had that just going. I discovered this earlier. I'll share it with you guys. I thought what was kind of cool. Let's see if I don't bust it trying to show you. What I thought was kind of cool was if if you didn't make that so stiff. You put that through there like that, and it almost looks like her dress. I don't know if you can see that. Live, it looks like it's part of her dress when she's standing up. And then, of course, from the back, then you still have it also decorated with all that. So from the front or the back, it looks pretty cool. I'm sorry. I think it is anyway. Alrighty. So, whoops, she lost her crown. So the kits will be in the shop, and then we will start working on these on the first Wednesday of January. All right, I'm excited about this, and I hope you guys are too. So get over there and grab the kit. If you have a lot of these supplies already, well then grab them inside of your studio and be ready by the first Wednesday of January, and we will put these together. All right, thank you.